Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are again on Reverse 1999, and on today's video we're gonna do one of the most important things, I would say, Resonate full guide. Okay, I will go in depth here and I will show you the differences and I will show you the examples how you should work on this Resonate. Okay, have in mind, most of the people currently now is using quick load, and trust me, that's not a huge mistake for now. I can guarantee you that's not a huge mistake. Why? Because we're now at early state of the game. Our stats and everything else are not the biggest or like a crazy stats that this customization itself will affect it tremendously. Like if you put your customization versus the quick load, it will be sometimes similar, sometimes a little bit different, sometimes better, sometimes worse, but it won't make a huge difference because we are still at early game. When we're gonna progress furthermore and furthermore, the stats of our characters will become bigger and bigger and bigger, and the customization of the Resonate stats will affect more. For now, it's not a big difference and it's not the biggest mistake if you use the quick load. Okay, just want to clarify that. But on today's video, I still want to make a guide and show you how you can customize it on your own and what is the best way of thinking, because each of those characters will have different customized Resonate states. Okay, for example, Lilia is the type of the character where you want to crit as much as possible, do crit damage as much as possible, and have the highest attack as much as possible, because you want to maximize the DPS of a character, the damage output of the character. You want to maximize that, and you won't worry so much about HP, reality defense, and mental defense on this type of the character, since she's a DPS, damage dealer. You don't care about her tankiness so much. Of course, you need to have survivabilities, but that's why you have other characters in the team, so it can help you out with those things. Okay, for example, DK, you want to use him for the healing, so you want to click here. Okay, you see, wow, he's healing, I need the healing, but the healing is based on the attack. So in the Resonate right here, you can go and customize it. Let me quick load, for example, and you customize it like that you maximize the amount of attack. When you maximize the amount of attack of her DK, you will do bigger healing, and that is the logic that you want to use for this type of stuff. If you don't understand it completely, if you don't understand the character itself, just use the quick load. But if you know what you want from a character, then definitely I recommend that you use customized Resonate, so that you on your own customize the Resonate for your character. Okay, so what we learned, what I said, I will choose now example of Lilia. Maybe I won't still manage to create like a perfect customization for her, but I just want to show you an example, because you really need to work on this. You need to try different variations, you need to test it out. It's not like, okay, I'll just place this and that. It's like a Tetris, so it's a little bit complicated and not super easy. So a lot of testings is necessary to see where I can get most out of Lilia and how I should place this kind of stuff. Okay, but anyways, let me start. I will customize it on my own. For now, I will take a picture of these stats so we know later on what are the differences. So my main goal is to increase critical rate up as much as possible, critical damage as much as possible, damage bonus, and attack. This is the 4 stats that I want to improve now. The problem is I already tried this, customizing stuff and everything else. I managed to increase critical rate up, I managed to increase critical damage, I managed to increase damage bonus, but then again, attack is a little bit low. I managed to get like 90 attack. So I need to test it out to see the difference. Will lowering the attack make a huge impact on her, even though I will have bigger critical rate, critical damage, and damage bonus? For that, we need to analyze her a little bit furthermore. Deals damage, reality damage, boom. Okay, Listen to this. Now, this is the important part. One target attack deals 240 reality damage. When scoring a critical hit, performs one extra attack that deals 120% reality damage. So, deals reality damage when this attack scores a critical hit, it enjoys leech rate. Now, this is the logic. It is better in my case to a little bit lower the attack, maybe. I'm just like talking here and I want to show you the process of thought. Okay, I won't talk about the facts, but at the same time I need to really test this one out to see the difference. But for me, mainly based on the kit that Lilia has, I can even afford, for example, that I lose some attack, but as long as I increase that critical rate up and critical damage and damage bonus, overall I would be doing bigger damages because I will be scoring more critical rates, more critical hits. And when I do those when I manage to do that critical rate, she will do an extra attacks. So to get an extra attack, I need that critical rate up, and that is the whole point of Lilia. Okay, have in mind, I have Psycube reference level 39, she's level 50, Insight 2, Resonate is level 7, so let's work on it. So I can, based on now all the information I read and what I said, we can definitely conclude that I can lower her attack, but if I increase her critical rate up and that the critical damage and damage bonus, we will be doing fine because we're gonna do those extra attacks that before we won't if we don't have enough of a big critical rate up. So we have here 22%. My main goal is to increase that to at least few more percentages up. Critical damage is 12%. I took a screenshot, just you can also take a screenshot or take a picture, so you're gonna see later on the difference, although I will mention everything. So the main focus critical rate, but I don't want to lower attack too much at the end of the day. Maybe by 20-30 it's gonna be fine. Again, needs to be tested out. Let's go. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove everything. And let's start. This one, it's like super important because I got everything: HP, attack, reality defense, mental, critical rate, and critical damage. This one, in my eyes, I need to put it right here. Like, that has to go somewhere. That has to go somewhere. The real question is where. I'm gonna put it here, or you can even rotate it. Just so by clicking you rotate it. Okay, so we're gonna see what is like the best rotation possible. Yeah, that rotations are also like, you need to be like careful how you're gonna place it because later on it can really confuse you. So let's place it like this, for example. Here I got a lot of things. Now let's see where I got the most critical rate up. Okay, by scrolling we can easily see that this one will give me the most critical rate and critical damage. So we are placing both of those. Like, no question asked, we are placing both of those. Okay, I don't have any shape that has like 3 of those, so I don't want to place it like this. If I place it like this, then I can place this here and then add this one here, which will give me that's a good question, how we're gonna do this. Again, don't know, we might change the stuff, but definitely these two parts are a must for me. I had to put them, I had to put them like this, okay, or like this, or we're gonna see how we're gonna actually put it. You need to think in advance, okay, because sometimes you can screw it up. Let's place it like this, so we have enough room here, and we're gonna place these two thingies because there is plenty of those here that we can place and that are worth it in a way. Okay, let's see who next gives me the biggest critical rate. This one, that's like a 3% and the damage bonus 2%, damage bonus 2.5. This two is also really important for what I want to do. Yeah, 100% critical damage, critical rate up. Yep, this two needs to go in also. So I place one, let's place another one. Boom. Okay, I have places to fill up, but that's already fine. Now we have this one, critical rate up. This one is critical rate and the damage bonus. But now I made like a... You cannot place many things now, right? So sometimes it's not full-on smart to put so many pieces like this. I need to put some attack up at the end of the day, Gonna take now the resonate. So I have 99 attack. This will be fine. We have a critical rate 22% and the 12% critical damage. Oh, it's generally the same like we had before. Okay, but this time I can do this. So critical damage up, furthermore, boom. And now, for example, we place damage bonuses. We want a damage bonus, and then this one for another HP. So this is one of example of customization. Let's see what we've done. So we a little bit lowered the HP and attack. Okay. Critical rate up is still 22%, but the critical damage went from 12 to 15%. Also, damage bonus went from 4.5% to 5%. So overall now, I believe the situation is better, even though I have slightly lower HP and attack. Again, this needs to be tested out so we can firmly see and everything else. But I'm just showing an example here, how you can customize it. I definitely maxed out the amount of damage now. I will get, when I crit, I will do 3% bigger damage. That's huge. And still, I have the same rate of the crits, which... that I lowered a little bit attack and the HP, but that doesn't really matter because we want to crit and do as much as possible critical damage with the damage bonuses. Okay, even though attack is a little bit lower, this means I will be doing more damages in the battle than before. And this is the whole point. This is that slight differences, especially now we're gonna have slight differences. But we can do one more thing, okay? We can, for example, I still think this stats gives the most, like 2%, like that's damage bonus. This one is huge with the damage bonus. I wouldn't remove this one. Now, I could potentially remove this one because I don't need it so much and place this one, okay? And again, I can place this one here. Boom. Let's see what we've done now. I believe this is now perfect. So we have HP, which is higher than before. We again lowered a little bit the attack from 123 to 85. Still needs to test out how much this will affect. But look at this, what we done here. And this is a huge deal. We increased the critical rate from 22% to 23.5. That means overall she'll be doing more attacks because she'll be critting more. We have critical damage is increased from 12 to 15%, and damage bonus went from 4.5 to 5%. This, in my eyes, will give so much more to Lilia and my team, and this will be more efficient for me because more crits she's gonna do, bigger damage overall we're gonna do, especially with additional critical damage and damage bonus than before, even though we lowered slightly the attack. And now still we can play around and see, can we remove anything else? Can we replace something? It is better. What is this? That's 3%, that's 3. It's fine. I don't need to replace that. This is HP. No, it's fine. HP, boom. This one only gives me like a really decent amount of attack. This one I won't place because there is no more room. Let's see which of those give me like a little bit more attack. This one, right? Or this one. This one gives like pretty much the same stuff. So now I could play around, remove few things, maybe place it differently so I can even maximize the amount of attack. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied because I done a great job. I even increased her survivability. Attack is lower by 30. Let we say 30, which is not a big deal if we increase the critical rate by 1.5% and critical damage by 3%. That's huge. And also damage bonus is increased by 0.5, but it's a percentage and it's a big deal. Okay? So definitely I think now for the Lilia we have even better resonate than the quick load, but like I said, for now the difference won't be that crazy, but at the end of the day sometimes it can mean a lot. You should definitely learn about this now, learn how your characters work. Definitely do this for your main carries, you know, for your main character. Like Lilia, I'm using her. I will do it for Sonetto, you know, I will do it for Cornbloom, maybe to maximize her survivability. And DK, I can do that to I can increase her attack, so I maximize the amount of healing. This is those slight details that you should be doing and start learning now, so in future when it will be like really important, you should know by then. I still think now my Lilia is so much better built because of Resonant, and I still think even now it's really important that you customize it on your own. Okay guys, that's it. Love ya. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe, your opinions in the comment section below, and yeah, see you next one. Bye.